Hi friends, let us discuss a poem by Robert Frost, an American poet he was. In a way, a romantic poet too. He worshipped nature, he loved all the beauteous things of nature. So he wrote a famous poem, very famous, stopping by woods on a snowy evening. So this last four lines of this poem was very much loved by our late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, and he used to keep those four lines under his pillow, and early morning he would take a look at it and receive message from that four lines. And let us see what is that four lines and the poem too. Whose woods these are, I think I know. I think that I know whose woods these are. Yes, the poet says he was coming after a long journey. He was coming after a long journey, tired also. And he says, I think I know whose woods these are. His house is in the village though. Though his house is in the village, I think I know whose woods these are. I think I know whose woods these are. Whom does it belong? Yes, he will not see me. I am sure he won't see me stopping here. I am stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. It's a beautiful scene. Any poet, any lover of nature, anyone who can watch nature and enjoy the beauty of it would see such a beautiful scene. To watch his woods fill up with snow. It is snowing. Snow slowly coming down like a drizzle. So beautiful a sight. Woods actually is not a forest, but not a thick, group of plants, but a small forest with thickly growing trees, etc. That is woods. Not a real forest, but in a way small forest. So he will not see me watching here. Stopping here. What am I doing? To watch his woods fill up with snow. A beautiful scene. I stop here to watch the woods getting filled up with snow. I think I know whose woods these are. Though his house is in the village, he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it cure. My horse, I am coming on horseback after a tiresome journey. The horse might think it very cure, strange. Yes, it is quite strange to stop without a farmhouse near. So when you make a long journey, there will be a farmhouse for the horse to be given food, etc. and etc. So with no farmhouse near, why to stop here? It might be so strange for the horse. Between the woods and frozen lake. So I am standing in between the woods and other side a lake that is frozen with snow. Yes, the entire lake is frozen with snow. And why should I stop here? The horse cannot find the meaning, any meaning. No meaning is stopping here. Yes, between the woods and frozen lake. And it is the darkest evening of the year. There is no chance to stop here. Because it is the darkest evening of the year. So my horse might think it very strange for me to stop here. Because there is no farmhouse near. First of all. And secondly, it is the darkest evening of the year. So, he gives his harness bells a shake. He shakes his harness bells. Is it not so? So, the harness, strings that connects the rider to the horse. Some bells might be there. So, he shakes his head. Harness bells he shakes to ask if there is a mistake. The horse is asking whether there is a mistake in stopping here. Yes. So he finds it quite strange to stop here. So he shakes his harness bells in order to ask if there is some mistake, the only other sound is a sweep of easy wind and downy flake. There was no other sound other than the shaking of the harness bells by the horse. Only one other sound was there, the sweep of easy wind on downy flake. Downy flake, a soft wind slowly passing through the flakes of snow. Some soft sound was there. Only these two sounds could be heard there. Other than the shaking of harness bells, the sweep of easy wind on downy flake was the only sound that could be heard. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. The last four lines very important in the point of view of every human being. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. I see that the woods in front of me so dark and deep, so beautiful a sight to see. But I have promises to keep. But I must remember that I have promises to keep in my life. Yes, life's promises I must keep. It is very easy for a man to stop here and enjoy the beauty of the woods. But I must remember that I am coming after a long journey and I should reach my home to perform the many duties of my life. So the woods are lovely, dark and deep. But I have promises to keep. And miles to go before I sleep. I must travel so many miles and miles to travel before I sleep. Before going to sleep, I have to travel. And miles to go before I sleep. That sleep might signify death. I have to travel so many miles, kilometers and kilometers, miles and miles before I embrace my ultimate, rest, that sleep. Yes, miles to go before I sleep. That means I must remember about the many duties I have to perform in my life before embracing death. So what does it mean? It means that the poet has every temptation to stop here to enjoy the beauty of nature. But entering into that woods which is getting filled up with snow might be entering into the kingdom of death. So the man in him, is it not so? And the poet in him, there is a conflict between. The poet in him is asking him to enter into that, a kingdom of beauty and kingdom of death. But the man in him calls him back, makes him stay and remain and go back to his life to perform many of the duties of life. Yes, in a way, embracing a death might be easier than living a hard, difficult life, facing the difficulties of life. Everyone must remember that we have many duties to perform in life that is more important than all other things, including embracing the kingdom of death. So our Jawaharlal Nehru would take these four lines and look, yes, I have to perform many duties of my life today, so I must continue my journey. So it was an inspiration for our great Jawaharlal Nehru, and he read these four lines several times. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So the man of beauty in him is in conflict with the man of duty, and the man of duty wins over the man of beauty, and he continues his journey. Yes, he continues his journey, remembering the duties he has to perform in his life. There is a poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Thank you for watching. For more updates, subscribe to channel SGK English. Thank you.